I woke up feeling refreshed, but my reflection smiled before I did, and that's when I knew I never left the room. The room that gets closer every night. I noticed the room on the third night, not because it was strange, but because it wasn't. It looked like every other door in the hallway. White paint, brass handle, faint scuff marks near the bottom. I assumed it had always been there, tucked between the linen closet and the guest bedroom. Houses have a way of hiding ordinary things in plain sight. Still, something about it bothered me. It was closer to my bedroom than it should have been. I had moved into the apartment after my separation, desperate for quiet and anonymity. The building was old but well-maintained, the kind of place where footsteps echoed too long and pipes knocked like distant fingers. The landlord, Mr. Halverson, had smiled too widely when he handed me the keys. "You'll get used to the layout," he said. "Everyone does." At the time, I didn't understand what he meant. The first 2 nights were uneventful. I unpacked, slept poorly, woke early. On the third night, returning from the bathroom at around 2 a.m., I saw the door. It stood halfway down the hallway. I paused, counting doors. Bedroom, bathroom, linen closet, then the room. I frowned. I was certain the guest bedroom was farther down. I stepped closer and touched the handle. It was cold, locked. Probably storage, I told myself. I went back to bed. The next night, the room was closer. I noticed it immediately. Now it sat just outside my bedroom door, less than 3 steps away. The hallway felt shorter, compressed like a photo cropped too tightly. I stood there for a long time, heart pounding, convincing myself I had misremembered the layout. Memory is unreliable, stress warps perception. I had read that somewhere. Still, I took a photo with my phone, just in case. The 5th night, I woke to a soft sound. A scrape, slow, rhythmic, like furniture being dragged across a floor. I sat up in bed, listening. The sound came from the hallway. I opened my bedroom door. The room was now directly across from me. The hallway had shortened again. Panic rose in my throat. I rushed to the light switch, still in the same place. Bathroom door, still where it should be. But the space between everything had narrowed, subtle enough that I might have missed it if I weren't looking for it. The room's door stood there, patient, waiting. I tried the handle again. Locked. From inside. I confronted Mr. Halverson the next day. "There's an extra room in my apartment," I said. "It's moving." He didn't laugh. That scared me more than if he had. He folded his hands on the desk. "You shouldn't pay attention to it. It's getting closer to my bedroom." "Yes," he said softly. "That's how it works." My mouth went dry. "How what works?" He sighed, the way someone does when repeating a conversation they've had too many times. "The room needs acknowledgement. Once you notice it, it tries to be nearer." "To what?" He met my eyes. "To you." I left before he could say more. That night, the room knocked. 3 gentle taps. From the inside, I stayed frozen in bed, staring at my door as if something might come through it instead. The knocking stopped after a minute. Silence followed, thick and expectant. I didn't sleep. In the morning, I found something new. A faint line in the carpet leading from the room to my bedroom door. Like something heavy had been dragged closer and then stopped. Measured. On the 7th night, the room was beside my bed. Not inside my bedroom, yet but pressed against the wall where the closet used to be. The closet was gone. The wall had shifted inward, stealing inches of space. The air felt warmer near that side of the room, humid, alive. I pressed my ear to the wall. I heard breathing. Not mine. Slow, steady, familiar, like someone sleeping peacefully. I tried to leave. The front door opened onto a hallway that stretched too long, doors repeating endlessly on either side. My apartment number appeared again and again, each one wrong in some small way. The number crooked, the paint peeling, the handle turned the wrong direction. I slammed the door and collapsed on the floor, shaking. The room knocked again, this time from inside my bedroom wall. Sleep deprivation does things to the mind. It erodes certainty, invites hallucination. I told myself that as the room began to whisper. It started with my name. Soft, testing, then full sentences. "You're closer now. You're warmer. I can feel you." I covered my ears, but the sound didn't travel through air. It came through bone, through thought. On the 10th night, the door appeared inside my bedroom. White, familiar, too close. The handle turned slowly. I screamed and threw myself against the opposite wall. The door stopped, the handle freezing mid-turn as if listening, waiting for permission. I searched the internet obsessively. Old forums, forgotten blogs, buried news articles. I found others. Different buildings, different cities. Same room, always described as almost ordinary. Always noticed late at night. Always closer the more it was acknowledged. No one ever described what was inside, except one post dated 12 years ago. It doesn't chase you, the writer said. It replaces you. By the 12th night, I barely recognized my bedroom. The ceiling was lower. The walls leaned inward. The room door now stood at the foot of my bed, its paint peeling as if it had aged faster than the rest of the apartment. The whispering had stopped. That was worse. I sat on the bed, staring at the door, heart pounding. Slowly, the handle turned. The door opened. Inside was a room identical to my bedroom, except cleaner, brighter. Someone lay on the bed inside. Me, but rested, smiling faintly, breathing deeply, peacefully. The thing on the bed opened its eyes. "You look tired," it said gently. "I can take over." I shook my head, backing away. "You're not real." It smiled wider. "Neither are you anymore." The walls behind me pressed forward. The floor softened beneath my feet. The air grew thick, pressing